Hello again. I was on YouTube earlier today and I saw a really neat idea in a video by one of the YouTube users, and his YouTube username was HollowForm222. This is originally his idea. I made one change to it that I think makes it a little bit nicer, but aside from that, it was originally his idea, so I want to make sure I give credit where credit is due. This is a complete Canteen cook set. And so we have the Canteen pouch that you saw in one of my earlier videos, the Canteen, the cup stove, and then the boil cover. But what's different about this is that I cut off the top of the Canteen, and that allows me to store things inside the Canteen. I have my spork here, and then in here I have everything else that I need in order to be able to make a meal. I've got my Canteen cup boil cover. I've got my stovetop grill. Now this is the one change that I made from what he had originally put in place. He cut his Canteen off even with the top of the Canteen cup. And so the Canteen top tended to slide around. I cut it about 1/2 inch below that, and so now the Canteen cup gives some structure and some rigidity to the whole package. But that's really the only change that I made. In here I have my fuel, which is gas line heat antifreeze. I have my white Bic lighter. I have my alcohol stove. I have some coffee filters if I were to need to filter some solids or some dirt out of the water that I was using. And then I also have a couple of gel fuel packages that I can use as a backup fuel to the alcohol stove. I can actually put the gel right in the bottom of my alcohol stove and use it that way if I want to. But for right now, we're going to be using this as an alcohol stove, so I want to show you how we go about doing that. First thing that I have to do is I have to fuel the stove, and I'm going to add about 1 ounce of the fuel to it. 1 ounce is more than enough to boil 2 cups of water. If you notice, I also added a little blue food coloring, and that lets me know if for some reason I spill it, I can tell. So now, next thing I'm going to do is prime the outside. I have a fiberglass wick on the outside of this, and that fiberglass wick is what will actually hold the fuel that's going to heat up the inside so that we get some good flames out of this. There we go, we got that primed. I want to wipe up a little bit of fuel that I spilled so that I don't burn the table. Now I'm going to put the thumb screw back, spin that on till it's tight. There we go. Now I'm going to light that stove. Now while we're working on that, I'm going to put my eating cup, which is the bottom of the Canteen, off to the side. And I'm going to assemble my stove here. There. There. Now in a minute you should see the stove start to blossom. There we go, we've got it blossoming a bit. I'm going to turn the light out so you can see that. See the flames starting to come up? Now I'm going to put my Canteen stove over the top of it. Like that. And put 2 cups of water in. Put my Canteen stove, the cup on top of the stove, and then put the boil lid in place. And I'm going to start my time now. And we're going to let this go for about 4 minutes and pause the video. And we'll come back as soon as we have a nice rolling boil. Okay, we are right at about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And we've got a good rolling boil going. I'm going to turn the light back on so that you can see the boil. If I take that lid off, you can see that I've got a nice solid rolling boil here. And there you have it. We've boiled 2 cups of water with about 1 ounce of fuel with everything that we had inside of our Canteen kit. That's all I have for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to post in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer them. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day.